this is Devin and Aaron from Cavity Colors, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
There are moments when we cannot believe that what is happening is really true. Pinch yourself and you may find out that it is.
This heat is just driving me crazy. I don't know if I can take much more.
The condition of retrogradation is contrary or inharmonious to the regular direction of actual movement in the zodiac.
The film which you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive became a nightmare. It is all the more tragic in that they were young. But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Welcome back to our humble San Diego podcast. I'm your host, Swan, and this week we welcome back Ryan Jiminez for a trip back to 1974. That's right, we will be reviewing the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre in honor of the new Legacy sequel dropping today on Netflix. What's up, man? How are you? Welcome back.
What's up, man? How's it going? Glad to be back and stoked for tonight's episode.
Right. Hopefully it's going to be a really fun one. So without further ado, here's episode 259, a Backwoods Masterpiece. But before we discuss everything about this groundbreaking film, here's a few warm-ups to get you all started.
And now for a special news report, brought to you by Drop the Mic.
Pop culture news, what do you have for us, good sir?
I'm sure you've heard, Netflix and the Duffer Brothers have announced that Season 4 Stranger Things will be split up into 2 volumes. Volume 1 premiering May 27th, which is Memorial Day weekend, and Volume 2 premiering July 1st. And supposedly it's the biggest season with a runtime that's twice the length of any previous season.
Well, this one is supposed to be the final season, right?
No, this is the 4th. They've announced that the 5th season will be it for this story, but they said that there's way more stories and tales to tell within the universe. So people were thinking movies, spin-off shows.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I feel like it's been decades since the last season.
Yeah.
But I mean, from what I was reading, it was over 2 years of legit filming, which is crazy. And it's crazy that Netflix is releasing the Volume 1 Memorial Day weekend, because a couple other big things come out that weekend. Obi-Wan comes out on Disney Plus, I think, and then in the theaters, I think it's Top Gun and Bob's Burgers.
Okay, so it's going to be
a pretty stacked weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard that Netflix was working on a TV show about the last blockbuster in America, like a scripted TV show.
A TV show, really?
Yeah. It's going to be starring Randall Park, which was already previously announced. And then they just announced that Melissa Romero from Brooklyn Nine-Nine is joining the cast. But I guess supposedly just going to follow the workers of the last blockbuster.
Did you ever watch that documentary about it?
Yeah, dude.
It's pretty bad, man. I've been waiting.
Yeah,
that's on my bucket list to go to visit them.
It's rad. Yeah, that's something. What a feeling walking into a blockbuster on Friday night, trying to grab the new releases before everyone else does.
Yep.
I know, my if me and my cousins all went, we'd all try to go. My aunt, my uncle, they try to take us a little earlier before the night rush. But yeah, definitely excited about that. Anything to do with Blockbuster and that video rental scene, I guess.
Did you know that they do? I'm not sure because of COVID now, but they used to offer. You could do like slumber parties there, where they like you rent out the last Blockbuster and you just like watch like whatever you want, but you're like inside the store. Yeah,
that's fucking awesome. Sidetracking. Do you remember the like N64 PlayStation 1 kits they would have that you can like rent?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
I always wanted to rent them, but my dad was like, "No, you have consoles at home." Yeah, but I don't have an N64 to play GoldenEye on. So HBO has announced that the Last of Us series will not premiere until 2023, which is insane. Because I feel like they've already been filming for a while now. Yeah, I think like the beginning of 2021, or like the middle of 2021, they started filming it. So not until 2023. That's crazy. So Paramount has announced that A Quiet Place 3 will be released in 2025, and an untitled spin-off from Pig director Michael Sarnowski will be out in 2023. So it's pretty rad. I enjoyed the first two, and to get a spin-off by him is fucking tight. Although I haven't seen Pig, I've heard good things about it.
Pig is good, but go into it with an open mind because it's not going to be what you're expecting.
Did you like those movies, The Quiet Place?
Yeah, I did. 2 was, obviously the first one is a classic, and 2 was a great follow-up. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to, specifically because I think it was a great move bringing in Cillian Murphy, who's always solid.
Yeah, I think that was our first movie we saw in the theaters post-pandemic. Hopefully, Krasinski comes back and directs this third one. He should. What else do I got? So going on with Paramount, because they announced a whole bunch of things. So I guess they're planning to make a 4th Star Trek with the original reboot cast. Do you hear anything about that?
No, not since Quentin Tarantino was supposed to do something. With that cast, and then the idea got scrapped.
Yeah, so apparently they officially announced it, and they're in talks with everyone from the original reboot cast to come back, which I'm stoked for. Like, I think I enjoyed all 3 of those. Anything to get more Carl Urban on screen.
Oh yeah. Still waiting on that Mega City 1 show.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. Well, obviously you've seen, but Spider-Man finally dethroned Avatar from passing it for the top 3 grossing films of all time. I think it's at like 762 right now, which is fucking awesome because finally something dethrones that piece of shit. I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to seem like the villain of the show, so...
I'll be the villain. James Cameron, fuck that movie. Fucking, goddamn it. But yeah, so that's fucking huge. Like, I can't believe a Spider-Man movie on its own is in the top 3 domestic of all time. It's crazy.
I have a few pieces to throw back at you as well. First up, although we won't be getting a Back to the Future reboot, which is likely for the best, it looks like the iconic DeLorean car that we all associate with the franchise will be rebranded for a new age. You can hit up Twitter for the DeLorean Motor Company teaser now. So I guess they're going to bring out an all-electric car modeled after the DeLorean in Back to the Future, which is fucking insane.
That's fucking awesome. I'm sure I'd have to sell a couple organs to get one there. That's fucking tight, dude. Yeah, it's crazy they're coming back.
We almost didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you knew this, but I guess they thought that at the time when they were going to choose that car to be in the original Back to the Future, they almost changed it because they thought DeLoreans were fucking cheesy. You know, it was almost like frowned upon. So we almost got Marty and Doc like riding around in a Mustang time machine.
Really?
Yeah.
I know fucking it's popular because of Back to the Future, but I cannot think about that fucking door opening in Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler putting Drew Barrymore in it with the Miami Vice soundtrack blasting.
It looks like the doors are gonna be for this new model will be opening the same way, which is incredible. All right, moving on. Village Roadshow Pictures filed a lawsuit against Warner Brothers for allegedly releasing Matrix Resurrections through streaming without permission, causing a huge debt for Village Roadshow. However, Warner Brothers have filed a countersuit stating that there was no clause promising a strict theater-only release. The newest Matrix has since been pulled from Max, but can be rented digitally and or seen in select theaters now. Any thoughts about this?
It's crazy. I'm surprised there hasn't been like more lawsuits. Just like Scarlett Johansson did, and she won.
Yeah.
With Black Widow. It was kind of shitty of them to do a counter lawsuit and said, well, technically. And I'm sure, like, I know, I still haven't seen it, and I know it kind of didn't do well, and I'm sure that it had to do a little bit to do with the fact that it was streaming, but, yeah, dude, I think from now on, the actors and studios and directors and everyone, that's going to be a main focus, probably, of negotiations.
With the recent release and success of Jackass Forever, frontman Johnny Knoxville was asked if he regretted his big bull stunt seen in the film, which left him with actual permanent brain damage. And it counts as his 16th concussion within his lifespan.
Jesus.
Yeah. Johnny responded with this, and I quote, "No. I knew going in this film that this would be the last time I'm going to be doing big stunts, and I didn't know I was going to get as injured as I did, but I brought that on myself. I have nothing to complain about, only things to be grateful for." Knoxville is as humble as ever, and it's super rad that the entire crew that a large percentage of us grew up with were able to say goodbye and have such an overwhelming, well-received final film. Netflix and Take-Two Interactive have finally worked out a deal for a BioShock live adaptation film after some time of negotiations. Any thoughts on that?
Yes. Dude, BioShock is one of the greatest games of all time. Definitely probably up there, one or two of the greatest the last 20 years, 15 years. And it's my favorite. Like, that first one was, like, everything to do with that first one is just amazing. The gameplay, the story, the writing, the fucking ending, the twist, everything is great. So when I saw that, dude, I'm super stoked that they're finally gonna put that out.
Hopefully, just like the Last of Us project coming, I hope they do it justice. You know, I haven't had a chance to go see Uncharted yet, so I can't speak on it. But we all know that trying to adapt video games can go south real quick, and it became kind of like a curse with the amount of like bad adaptations that are out currently.
Dude, I think it was like a little after 2007 when the first game was announced, was released. That it was announced that Verbinski, right, who did Pirates, was going to set to write and direct the movie adaptation, and I think it got shelved due to like the budget and the R rating.
They weren't sure if people were going to be into it, I guess.
But I mean, now everything that's doing well right now, you can say is like that. So I'm sure everyone's gonna start buying up all the mature types of media, like in comics,